All right. We're going to kick this off. Hello, 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 good people. My name is Monique Love. I am the author and creator of the Feel Good Daily Journal, Bio. First and foremost, I want to thank you all tremendously if you've already purchased my journal. I'm actually creating this video for you, but for those who are interested in buying a copy, the link is in the description, so please feel free to visit there after I explain what this is about. So let's jump right in. The reason why I wanted to make this explanatory video was to help the users of my journal understand my thought process and my efforts behind each area in the journal. I want my users to make and get the most out of my journal. So I'm here to briefly and further explain to you how to use it, okay? So let's get started. First thing first, this is version number 1 of my journal. I am a recovering perfectionist, so I'm working on version number 2 now, which will include a bookmark that's built in, easier ways to navigate this journal, and also to be transparent, I'm locating another platform and publisher because while I love Amazon's digital products and the ease of use, the royalties for your creations, they're subpar, so I'm gonna keep it like that. But now that we have that out the way, we're gonna get right into opening our journal, which is what we're here for. When you first open the journal, you see the objective. It's Feel Good Journal is broken into 4 sections, but the goal is for people seeking to improve their life and also feel good daily. The purpose is really to promote physical, mental, emotional well-being through action and self-discovery. So we do this through journaling, our gratitude, our intentions, our productivity. We do some reflecting at the end of the day. And there's also a daily routine checklist in here where users will be able to see improvement in their daily life if they work this journal. The work completed daily will motivate my users to continue with the process, therefore pushing them to feel good daily, which you're going to hear that a lot because that is the purpose. So how do we do this? As you head into the next page, you will see instructions explaining how to use the journal and what each area of it is for. What I believe I missed is in this version is explaining what each category was for, and the Feel Good Habit Tracker, explaining what that was for. I wanted to keep it vague as to what it really meant to you as a person without forcing my ideologies and thoughts. However, for the sake of this video and for people who are like confused on what to do with certain sections, I'll break it down a bit further, okay? So as you see, and the self-love tracker is what it used to be called. It's the Feel Good Habit Tracker. It starts your week off, and it is a week worth of tracking. Then behind it comes the 7 days of the journaling, the everyday journaling. So it's really a 2-part journal. Originally, I had these separated into 2 separate journals, but I wanted to merge them into one to not only like add value to my journal, but also to get the most out of each journal, out of each day. So you would feel good, like just all the way around. So breaking it down, the self-love tracker first, we see is the gratitude section at the top. For this part, I found myself like flipping back and forth between the daily journal and the page. So version 2, which is coming soon, I have both of these merged into one section for the ease of use. But in the interim, I'm going to keep showing you how to use this journal and how I've used it for over a year with the same effect. So it works. So for the gratitude portion, I head right over to the daily page and I fill out my daily gratitude. This is my mom journal, so I'm kind of flipping in and out. I don't want you to see it. But what I do is I start with the first thoughts that hit my mind when I get out of bed. So let me go to a page that's clear because I don't want all her business in the street. So I'll start here with the gratitude, but before I can check it off, I have to finish this page, which is really your daily journaling. And it's broken into 4 sections. It can take you as much as 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Doesn't matter. Commit this portion to yourself, and you'll see how you drastically start feeling better each day. So with gratitude, before I start checking off this list, I jump over to the daily list, and I go ahead and list my gratitudes. Like I said, it's the first thoughts that hit my mind when I jump out of bed, or like when I'm completing this journal, if I have time later in the day. When I have time, let's say that. The gratitudes can range from hot, delicious coffee, workouts with family and friends, the sun rising, your kids, your partners, like anything you have to be grateful for, your house, your feet, your limbs, everything. Every morning, write it down. It is a huge energy booster and a great way to start your day, realizing what you should be grateful for. And while I'm completing gratitude, I'll go ahead and do my journal, my daily page as well. So you have the explanation in the front of the book on how to complete that section, on how to complete your daily intentions. Your daily intentions could be mental intentions, physical intentions. A lot of my intentions now are just to be present. Before it would be to stay in a good mood, or to do something nice for someone, or just just anything you intend to do for that section, make sure you put it right there, because when you come back to at the end of the day, you'll realize how much of your intentions play out through the day. You also have productivity, and you have it's broken into 2 sections. Today, I desire to do. Like, what do I desire to do? Most journals or people, or most people don't talk about what they actually desire doing today, because everything is work, kids, husband, wife, What do you desire to do today? If you want to go swing at the park, if you want to color, if you want to run down the street butt naked, don't do that. You'll go to jail. But the point is, write what your desire here is first, and then go over to this section with more so things you prioritize. Like, I prioritize cleaning my car out. I have that on my things to do for a month. Or I prioritize going to get something done that I needed to get done. So those are what those 2 sections are for, to increase your productivity in yourself, and also in things that you need to get off your things to do list. And then the last part is reflections. Also, like I said, the instructions for this section is in the front of the book. I'm here really more so to jump in and tell you more about the tracker. However, but the reflections, I do come back, if not that night in my wind down period, I do it typically the next day. And I reflect on how my day was the day before, what did I accomplish, and things like that, okay? So, let's continue. Boom. So, let's start with water. After gratitude is water. Most journals or people, they quantify the amount of water you should be drinking. However, I wanted you to really focus on what felt right for you. To someone, it may be a glass of water from not drinking any water in a day. That's an achievement. Others, it may be a half a gallon. Some people say you're supposed to drink your weight in ounces. Others, it may be a gallon. Whatever the amount, just make sure you create a habit around getting it in. Then, after 21 days, try increasing it, okay? Next, we see meditation. This is a section that also was the reason for me creating this video. Meditation is an art and skill of calming your mind and your thoughts. Many think or require you to sit in certain poses or do certain breathing techniques for it to be called meditation. But here at the Feel Good Journal headquarters, we believe that meditation can be whatever you need to do to calm your mind and your thoughts, like release them, okay? A perfect example of this is my morning walks. I've been doing my morning walks now for 8 weeks straight, not missing one day of getting up walking. Whether it's 5 minutes, 30 minutes, I get up and walk. I've substituted this area where I usually sit in silence for 20, 30 minutes, releasing thoughts and meditate and trying to concentrate, which I still meditate, but still. Going out to enjoy nature and the trees and the birds and the walking is the most common and easiest way for me to release my thoughts. So check meditation. It could be watching children playing, listening to crickets at night or the breeze. As long as it calms your thoughts and your mind, go for it, okay? Next, we have the stretch and yoga and workout section, okay? This one is pretty straightforward and self-explanatory. So as long as it's some type of physical activity that gets your body up and moving, do it, okay? Also, do not feel forced to time it if you're just starting out, okay? Just make sure that you do something and then slowly increase it as you feel better and are more really inclined to do it, okay? So before I continue, I do want to mention this. I think it's necessary. It's that everything you do in this journal should be done with ease and no force whatsoever, with no shame, with no embarrassment, or really any requirements. Take each day and task one at a time, and then you'll notice how you improve doing that task or in that way versus shaming yourself and then burning out, okay? And I'm speaking from existence. Also, be aware that you can totally skip a day or two and no one's going to jump out of the bushes and get you. It's going to be okay? I do suggest, though, if you do jump out for a day, two, you got a vacation, jump back in. Take it with you to vacation, because when you're setting habits and you miss a few days, you will feel it. Trust me. And once you get in the groove of doing it as well, okay? So let's dive in and keep up these good habits because they really work. Now we're going to proceed to the next section, which is work, career, business, and passion. For this section, it is totally okay to check off when you are finished with your normal work day. However, I want you to delve deeper in what you do for a living is not your passion. Use this section as a section to check off daily as you work on your passion or your project or career you want to do. Whether it's like putting an application in for your dream job or enhancing your education towards the field you want to enter, or drawing mock-ups or prototypes, anything for your business or your passion. Use this area to check off working on it daily, okay? Next, we have visualization. This is another section for this video that I wanted to explain because visualization can mean a lot of things. Let's just say for the purpose of this journal, it's anything you visualize or imagine that makes you happy inside, that brings you to your desired destination or state. Let's say you want to be a pediatrician or you want to own an RV during the day, right? Maybe for like 1 to 5 minutes. It doesn't need to be long. Visualize yourself doing like routine checkups with children at your own practice, or for the RV, riding from state to state in your new RV, and what would you do in each place? What would you eat? Like really feel it, okay? You may even visualize just being joyful and happy every day. Visualization helps to think about your manifestations and your desires, and it helps you to navigate and get there, okay? The next section, let's keep it moving, is the fun and the joy section. And yes, there is a section for that. This actually should be top priority, literally. To get the point of this journal and to truly feel good, you need some fun and joy in your life daily, y'all. Hourly if you can. I try to laugh as much as possible. Joy can be the watching the sunrise, playing Barbies and trucks with your kids or yourself, watching a comedy stand-up, racing, playing a video game, having a great cup of tea or coffee, having good conversations with someone, doing exercises, just anything that brings your heart joy can be classified as fun for this section, okay? Do this often, because you'll see how much it manifests in your life. Okay, let's keep it moving. Nutrition. Like with water, I left this open for subjective completion, okay? For me, it's 2 or more raw fruits or vegetable servings a day. I could have pizza and a donut, but if I have my 2 servings of fruit a day, check, there goes my nutrition. You'll see why this works, and it opens you up for better results as you create habits based on your nutritional desires. Like you'll see yourself getting better as you continue to work this journal and to check these areas off, okay? It's all in alignment. Next, we have the journal section. Getting to the end. It's really cool when you check it off. Doing this journal every day gives you your journal check. You can expound if you need to release like not so great things in another journal, but working this section and the daily sheets give you the capacity to write it out. You may notice that I didn't really provide sections for venting and complaints outside of the like reflection area on the daily journal at the bottom. And this was done on purpose, very intentional, to keep the vibration centered towards feeling good daily. I avoided areas that would allow anger or dissatisfaction or ungrateful thoughts. Like, that's not what the purpose was. But please know that you can and you should still release those areas in another journal or with a therapist for maximum transformation. You cannot work this journal if you don't release and heal from the things that have your mind boggled or worry you every day, or things you've been suppressing or holding on to. You have to release and surrender to those things and talk about them and get them out as much as possible as you work this journal, and to use this journal in connection to move you forward to feeling good every day, okay? So we're going to keep going. The last two sections are the read and learn and the wind down, which wraps it up. Reading and learning daily is imperative. We all know that. You know, reading is fundamental. Whether it's fun facts or mind-blowing research that you uncover, new truths, learning is so necessary, okay? So with that, read, learn something daily, whether it's a magazine or book or even social media posts we learn from. Do it. Wind down. Last section. This is a section that I am working on because I'm not perfect with everything. I'm tired by the end of the day, right? But I need to work it better and I'm going to get it done. So with that, the purpose of this section is to wind down your thoughts and the day's residue. Like, you have so much going on in the day. You need to wind that down before bed. And you need to think good thoughts before bed. This can include everything from like a hot shower or bath, a glass of wine, prayer, affirmations, meditation, anything to bring the mind and thoughts back to that state of calmness and gratitude for the day, even though if it's been a crazy day, that will fulfill this section, okay? And with that, I just figured out how to get it in my routine, right? As I'm washing my face and brushing my teeth and prepping for bed, I say my prayers and affirmations that are on my mirror that I have posted, and before getting in bed. And with that, I'll check off winding down. But always think good thoughts before you wind down. That's really it, y'all. I am signing off. That is how you work the Feel Good Habit Tracker. Be on the lookout for version 2. And I love you guys.